Hi folks, today we're just going to talk a little bit about the Loxeal lock thread that we use here at G&S. Starting with the blue, this is a medium strength adhesive for locking threads that require dismantling. It's highly resistant to heat, corrosion, vibration, water, gas, oils and many other chemicals. So there's sort of quite a varied application usage for the blue. It's widely seen in automotive applications and basically anywhere where there's a thread. So this one meets or it resists temperatures of around 200 degrees and sometimes a little bit more for short periods. The spec meets all the European standards, current standards as well. So it's basically it meets all of the standards that you would require for anywhere in Europe and possibly beyond as well. So it's highly regarded within the industry. What we'll do is we'll take you over to the bench and show you basically how we would apply it and how actually little you really need to do the job. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how very little you need. This is the green and we're just simply going to put a small dot on like that. And then it's just a case of getting nice and tight. You really don't need to over tighten these. Simple as that. And then for your nozzle again, because we're going to use blue this time in case you want to replace your nozzle, so we're just going to use a very small dot like that. And that completes the installation and just gives you a rough idea of how much we're using here at G&S. Okay, so moving on to the Loxeal 8354. Now this is the permanent adhesive. This is where you're going to need a high strength type adhesive for permanent locking of threads that require very little maintenance. So it can be used on free or forced mating surfaces. So for example, like a bearing surface to lock a bearing, or a plate where you want to hold a plate permanently in place with your threads. It's also resistant to temperatures of around 200 degrees Celsius, but you will also need to release it with heat as well. So obviously temperatures are going to be a little bit higher than that to release it. So one of the products that runs alongside the lock thread sealant is the activator, and this just allows a faster drying time and it's particularly useful out on the field just when you want to get that job done as quick as possible. But it just speeds up the whole process, the whole drying time. And it's available on the website now. Just comes in an aerosol form. You just need a very small amount on each application and it does last quite a long time. So get in touch and we'll fill you in with some more details.